Welcome to Easy Money Channel. Today, we're swiping left or right on indicators and oscillators. Are these the ultimate tools for stock market success or just a match waiting to ghost you? Let's find out. Our goal to help you understand the basics of technical analysis, explore powerful indicators and oscillators, interpret these tools to make informed decisions, adopt best practices for using them, and apply them to Philippine stocks for real-world success. Now, let's dive in. What is technical analysis? It is the study and interpretation of historical market data, price, volume, and market action, often represented in charts, to predict future price trends and inform trading or investment decisions. It builds on three key principles. The market discounts everything. Stock prices reflect all factors. Price moves in trends. Stocks tend to follow established patterns rather than behave unpredictably. History repeats itself. Market psychology is predictable, and so are price patterns. Now, let's talk about the basic concepts. Momentum. It shows how fast prices change, helping traders decide whether to swipe right for bullish trends or swipe left for bearish trends. Next, support and resistance. Imagine these are price barriers. Support catches falling prices, signaling strong buying interest. Resistance, on the other hand, is where prices hit the ceiling, prompting sellers to step in. Next, breakouts. Breaking above resistance signals a bullish breakout, while falling below support indicates a bearish breakout, indicating the potential for the price to start trending in the breakout direction. Lastly, reversal. This marks a change in the direction of an asset's price trend, shifting from up to down or vice versa, marking trend changes that can redefine your strategy. Now, what's your move?
Let's break down the difference between indicators and oscillators. On indicators, they are tools that analyze price, volume, and data volatility. They provide trends and momentum, helping traders identify the entry and exit points. Oscillators, on the other hand, are a type of indicator. They fluctuate within a fixed range between 0 and 100%, identifying conditions which are overbought or oversold, signaling reversals before happening. In other words, oscillators are leading indicators, which provide signals ahead of the price action. To better visualize both of these, take a dating app as an example. Before swiping left or right on the person, we first check their photos, bio, and their interests. Analyzing someone's profile is an example of an indicator, figuring out if they fit your type. Are they consistent? Do they have a long term potential? Oscillators, on the other hand, are like spotting early signals upon chatting. Let's say you gain interest in the person and starting the getting to know stage serves as oscillators which provide early signals. Do they reply too fast? Is it a red flag or a green flag? Are they coming too strong or pulling back? Giving signs that they might ghost you soon. These are reversals helping you identify predictions before they even happen. In summary, indicators help traders follow the trend and confirm what the market is doing. Combining both tools provides a great trading strategy.
Today, we're helping you navigate the stock market like a dating app. Right swipe for a winner, left swipe for a dud. Let's kick things off with the moving averages indicator. It takes the average price over a set period, smoothing out the short-term drama and giving you a clearer view of the long-term trend. There are a few types of moving averages, but the key difference lies in how they handle recent data. First, we have the simple moving averages, which are like a steady relationship, just the average price over a set period. Then there's exponential moving average, the one who's a bit more spontaneous and gives more weight to recent prices, reacting quicker to recent changes. So basically, when you're calculating moving averages, you're analyzing a security's average price over a specific time period. This smooths out price data, making it easier to identify trends and decide whether a stock deserves a right swipe or a left swipe. But don't worry, you don't have to manually crunch the numbers. Many software tools can handle the calculations for you. Let's take Mont Nissan Corporation as an example. On the chart, the blue line represents the simple moving average, while the violet line represents the exponential moving average. So what are these lines telling us? One of the key uses of moving averages is signal generation, essentially helping you decide when to swipe left on or right on a stock. Notice those crossovers? These happen when the short-term MA, in this case 9 days, and long-term MA, 50 days, intersect. If the stock price is below the MA line, it signals a downtrend, like a red flag, telling you to swipe left and sell. But if the stock price moves above the MA line, it signals an uptrend, your cue to swipe right and buy. Now let's move to our next matchmaker. Indicator, the MACD. The moving average convergence divergence is like a savvy dating coach of the stock market, helping you assess the chemistry between two moving average prices. Here's how it works. The MACD measures the difference between a 26-day and a 12-day exponential moving average. Think of it as comparing long-term compatibility versus short-term sparks. On top of that, there's a 9-day EMA called the signal or trigger line, which acts like your best friend, giving you advice on whether it's time to swipe right or buy or swipe left and sell. MACD indicators can be interpreted in different ways, and one of the key signals is divergence. Think of divergence as when the stock price is playing hard to get, moving in the opposite side or direction of the MACD. Looking at Monday's chart, this could be a red flag, like when someone's not responding to your messages. It suggests that the current trend might be losing steam. In some cases, this could even lead to price flipping directions, just like when a relationship goes from hot and heavy to cool and distant. It's a warning that the stock might be ready to ghost you or take a sudden turn. Another indicator in your stock market dating toolkit is the RSI, Relative Strength Index. Think of the RSI as your way of gauging whether a stock is emotionally unavailable or just too clingy. It measures the speed and magnitude of a security's recent price changes, helping you spot when a stock might be getting a little too carried away or when it's being ignored for too long. In dating app terms, if the RSI is above 70, it's like that the person who's getting way many likes is practically overbooked. This is when the stock is considered overbought. It might be a sign that things are getting overheated, and it could be time to swipe left. On the flip side, if the RSI is below 30, it's like that person who's hardly getting any matches at all, oversold, and possibly a hidden gem. It's when the stock might be undervalued and could be worth a right swipe. If you take a look at BPI's chart, you'll notice something interesting. In June 2024, the RSI was flirting with low levels, below 30, which is like when someone on a dating app has low interest, oversold, and potentially a hidden gem. This signaled a buy opportunity, and the stock then experienced an uptrend. Fast forward to September, and the RSI shot up above 70, like that person who suddenly becomes super popular and starts getting flooded with matches. This overbought condition was a sign to swipe left and indicated a potential sell and a downtrend was on the horizon. So just like you would read signals on a dating profile, the RSI helps you spot when it's time to make your move or move on.
Let's continue with the money flow index. Is it a match? The MFI is like the volume-weighted version of RSI, Relative Strength Index, making it more insightful because it takes both price and volume into account. Think of it as a dating profile that shows not just the photos, but also the personality. Why it's a good match? The MFI moves between 0 and 100, with readings above 80 signaling an overbought security, like someone trying too hard, and below 20 indicating oversold, maybe too reserved. Extreme levels of 90 and 10 are rare and signal even stronger potential opportunities. But remember, the MFI is only part of the picture. Even If a profile looks promising, you'll want to check compatibility with other indicators, like the trusty 200 exponential moving average before committing. Let's analyze Ayala Land. Swipe right or swipe left? Take a look at the MFI of Ayala Land. At level A, the MFI shows an upward trend, but the price is sliding down, a classic divergence, hinting at a trend reversal. And sure enough, the stock soon entered an upward trend, proof that the MFI knew what it was talking about. Now at level B, we see the opposite. The MFI heading downward while the price climbs. This divergence is like a red flag on a dating profile. It warns you of an impending downward trend reversal, which did indeed happen. Fast forward to today. Let's zoom in on this part of the chart. The MFI is climbing, but the price is dropping. A potential reversal could be in the works. So, should we swipe right and go long, or swipe left and stay cautious? Next up, the stochastic oscillator. Hot or not? The stochastic oscillator is another momentum indicator, but instead of price and volume, it compares the closing price to its recent range. It is also bounded between 0 and 100, with readings above 80 considered overbought, like a profile that's little too popular, and below 20 considered oversold, a hidden gem waiting to be discovered. However, as with any match, appearances can be deceiving. These levels alone don't always indicate a trend reversal. Meet the lines. The oscillator has two lines. %K, the blue line, think of it as the first impression. And %D, the red line, this is the second opinion, typically a 3-day moving average of %K. When a %K crosses below %D, it's like a blue line ghosting the red line, suggesting a downward trend. When %K crosses above %D, sparks are flying, hinting at an upward trend. Let's check out Monde Nielsen. Swipe right or swipe left? At level A, the blue line crosses below the red line, signaling a downward trend. Monde's price followed suit shortly after, a case of being left on red. At level B, the blue line crosses above the red line. An upward trend reversal was on the horizon. Sure enough, the stock started climbing, making it a potential swipe right moment. Now zoom in to today. The blue line is crossing above the red line. Sparks might just be flying again. So will you swipe right on Monday and ride potential upward trend, or swipe left and wait for more clarity?
To effectively navigate the financial markets, mastering the best practices in using indicators and oscillators is crucial. Let's explore the key strategies for using these tools effectively. First, combining multiple indicators ensures more reliable trading signals. For example, pairing the RSI with the MACD can confirm momentum and direction, reducing false signals. Always align your indicators with market conditions. Trend following tools like moving averages work best in trending markets, while oscillators like the RSI shine in ranging markets. Testing your strategies on historical data helps evaluate their reliability and refine your approach for different scenarios. While indicators and oscillators analyze past price actions, combining them with fundamental insights like earnings reports or macroeconomic trends creates a more comprehensive trading strategy. Matching your indicators to your trading time frame is essential. For short-term trades like intraday or swing trading, use smaller time frame indicators. For long-term investments, rely on tools that analyze broader trends over weeks or months. Keep your analysis clear and focused by limiting the number of indicators on your charts. Too many signals can cause confusion and lead to conflicting interpretations. Risk management is vital. Set stop loss levels based on indicator signals to protect against unexpected market moves. Market news and macroeconomic events significantly impact price movements. Use news to complement your technical analysis, as it can confirm or contradict the signals your indicators are giving. Now, let's take a look at Ayala Corporation or AC. Our time frame is set to daily, and we used EMA 200, MA 21, volume profile, support and resistance levels, MACD, RSI, and the stochastic. As discussed earlier, it's important to avoid overloading charts. In this case, we found the initial setup to be cluttered. Here, we simplify the chart by retaining the MACD, EMA21, support and resistance levels, and RSI. Additionally, we use dark mode for better visibility. This updated chart is more comprehensible compared to the earlier version. Let's practice what we've learned so far. Pretend we are trading AC and looking for a good entry point. As of November 11, AC stock shows a downward trend based on RSI and MACD and EMA21. Should we enter at this point? Probably not. The stock price is approaching resistance 1, so we might see a further dip toward this level, followed by a possible bounce. For now, we wait and observe. Fast forward to November 15. The stock price has dipped into support 1. Should we place a buy order now? This appears to be a good entry point. Although the stock price is still below EMA21, RSI shows a reversal, and there is a potential convergence in the MACD. We can place a buy order at the 626 and 627 range, aiming to catch the bounce from the support level. The next day, there's a sharp increase in the stock price, allowing us to profit from yesterday's transaction. RSI indicates an upward trend, and MACD shows potential convergence. At this point, should we sell or increase our position? Well, this depends on your risk appetite. A continued uptrend may occur in the coming days, but a safer move is to set a trailing stop sell order to avoid significant losses if the price declines. Fast forward 5 days. The stock price is retesting resistance 1. If we don't see a breakout the next day, we should consider exiting our position. The next day's chart shows another rejection at resistance 1, a downward RSI, and failed convergence in the MACD. With these signals, we should exit the trade. Looking back, our strategy was validated as the stock displayed a series of red candles. Are you learning? Easy, isn't it? Before we wrap up, let's review the key takeaways from this discussion. These points summarize the most critical aspects of using indicators and oscillators effectively. Indicators and oscillators are indispensable for understanding market trends and identifying trading opportunities. Combining tools like RSI, MACD, and volume-based indicators enhances the accuracy of decision-making by confirming signals. Adapting to market conditions is vital. Trending markets call for trend-following indicators, while oscillators are ideal for ranging markets. Lastly, pairing technical analysis with fundamental insights provides a more robust and comprehensive trading strategy. By mastering these principles, you can approach trading with confidence, applying technical analysis as part of a disciplined and informed strategy. Here are our references. Thank you.